Wow, this is insane.
We're here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Giants Live for the first time in Vegas.
Viva Las Vegas, baby.
Stay spicy.
It's Vegas.
For Giants Live's USA Strongman Championships and World Deadlift Championships.
Giants Live, I think, is one of the best run and best strongman competitions in the game.
To the land of the entertained, or the entertainment, to be entertained. So hopefully this is the first of many. Hopefully we start this show off with a bang.
It's going to be the dust up in Las Vegas. It's going to be a heck of a show.
If Giants Live didn't do this, there'd be no regular attempt to break the axle, log, or deadlift world records.
When the lights go out and the crowd gets loud, it's all on the line. I mean, there's nothing like that.
The athletes are all here.
All the athletes I spoke to are just really buzzing to be here, really well as well. Normally a lot of training and they have that deload and then they just seem to pick up these bugs.
The lineup is outrageous and everyone's turned up and they're all looking fit as butcher's dogs.
Athletes, 25 minutes.
Time Bibby's here.
People say he's here. I still have doubts that he's here.
He got in at nearly midnight last night.
Hey baby, good to have you here for a whole event. My big-shouldered brother. First of all, congratulations on another log press world record.
But he's a strongman first and foremost, so he's come here to not only deadlift big, he's come to be in the mix for the whole show.
But people forget he's actually very good at strongman.
He is a much better strongman than people probably think he is, and I'm excited to go toe-to-toe.
Oh, who's winning the show? Mitchell Hooper.
Hey Mitchell, big Mitchie Hooper man. See you out there in the battlefield.
Who can bet against him?
Mitchell Hooper, I think he's unbeatable.
A master of being consistent.
Obviously he has been beaten this year, but his form in the last couple of Giants shows has been amazing.
He's one of the most remarkable athletes.
I can't say a bad word about Mitch.
I don't think Mitchell Hooper will go for the 505, but I think he'll pull a very big deadlift.
I hope Mitch pulls 470.
But I mean, he's superhuman, isn't he? So he'll pull whatever he wants to pull.
It's nice to have Luke back. Nice to be back, aye. Feels like he's been out for a long, long time. I'm coming in to try and put in a solid performance for myself, and I know if I do that, I can then finish quite high up the table. It's refreshing for me, but I think it's also going to be refreshing for strongman fans as well. He's a big character. Yeah, big Tommy.
They're all really good events for Tom.
Nice to be back fighting with you again.
I think Tom has got a really good chance.
It's a Scottish Highland Warriors.
And Tom is so good at staying calm and just getting the job done.
Evan, you wanted to be the most successful Giants Live athlete ever. You just leave it to the big boys.
Evan Singleton.
This is a very, very important show to me.
He's had a flop the last two performances, which was a shame to see because he's a very dangerous athlete, Evan.
I'm really looking to set the record a little bit more straight in this competition.
We have run him a little bit ragged. We've had him on CBS, we've had him on Fox, we've had him all over the place. So we've given him a bit of a day off today.
Yeah, I mean, a bit nervous. Everything's a bit different.
For a long time, we've had people saying that they want a Giants Live in America.
Incredible effort to get it into the USA.
If the sport is to really get to that next level, it's going to be through Giants Live.
And Darren and I just had a burning ambition to come to Vegas and try something.
We're in this arena, and the main thing that I keep going on about it is I want it to be like a Giants Live, out the box. It's about perfect, maybe a teeny bit anti-clockwise, teeniest bit. Right now, towards the crowd.
Yeah. There's been quite a lot of logistical issues with this show because we're not here, you know. I only saw the venue for the first time today.
There's a lot of moving parts, literally, in this thing. The rehearsal's quite important.
At 2 p.m. this afternoon, I lost my
Everyone's trying to help, but nothing's getting fixed.
It sounded it looked
I'm not saying it's the right thing to do to lose your temper, but people do tend to take notice.
I knew something had to happen, and everyone had to focus at a hyper-fast speed if we were going to pull it together.
We try and be as professional as we can because we want this to be good. We want this to be good for the athletes and the fans and for ourselves.
Sadly, I come from the vague school of direction, and my direction was pretty vague. It was me that was at fault out there at 2 p.m. because I hadn't given enough direction.
There was definitely a 30-minute stressful moment before the show.
And everyone listened in, everyone focused, and I have an enormous debt of gratitude to a lot of people, especially people at the Orleans Arena.
We got there in the end, it was all fine, and we all laughed about it.
I'm here to commentate. Today it's going to be me and Neil Pickup, one of the world's best arm wrestlers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada.
I'm strong and pretty, and he talks a lot.
Some big opportunities today, guys. Lucy Underdown. Let's talk about Lucy Underdown.
So event 1 is deadlift.
Majority of everybody knows what a deadlift is.
This is the daddy of the world records.
A 325 kilogram deadlift.
Gonna break her own world record. I feel very confident in this fact.
Some guys train all their life and pull 250 kilos. That's a big deadlift for a guy. You know, and she's pulling 325.
It's been a long time since I failed a deadlift, and I know it's going to come at some point, but I don't feel like it's going to come at any time soon.
There'll be so many people tuning in just to see Lucy do what they know she's going to do. So, no pressure, Lucy.
Go out there, go the 325.
Lucy is literally just here on holiday.
It would be special, really special, if somebody can tilt 505. We've got a few guest lifters in there. They're probably most likely people to get a world record, if we're honest, and no sort of disrespect to anybody else. They're the big guns on the deadlift, if you like.
Everything has to go right to be able to do something that no one's ever done before.
Don't think anybody will pull it.
I'm sort of on the fence whether 505 can be done.
I don't think training videos have led me to believe that it looks like it's possible.
And that's really negative, and so I don't like that attitude. So I think 505, if I was going to put money on it, it would be on Hicksy.
100% think that Hicksy is going to hit 505.
There's a good mood about Graham.
I think it will go this year. I think I'm going to lift it.
Graham with 465 looks sticky at the top. You can't have that weight looking sticky if you plan to pull 505.
He got into his knees last year and he had a hamstring tear. Like, that's incredible.
Hicksy, I want the 505 hype 10, and I want you to pull it. You're British, I'm British. Eddie Hall's done it, now it's your turn.
I pray, I wish, I give all my energy to you that you can do the 505.
In my opinion, if it ain't Hicks, it's probably going to be Ivan Makarov.
The guys that maybe have a chance at it is Ivan.
I haven't seen Ivan yet, but he has been here since Saturday.
Makarov is looking amazing as well.
You know, he's done 512 off blocks. If you believe the hype, his training has been incredible.
Ivan, a lot of his training is sort of identical to what we've seen in the past.
He has the potential to hit.
You know, and Rano.
I spent time with Rano out in the strip today, and I can promise you if he was 100% serious about lifting 505, he wouldn't be walking around in the strip with me.
Rano looks great though.
Easy. Really good, Rano.
He looks the best I've seen him in a long time.
Obviously, you've got people like Ivan, Rano, even Mitch Hooper.
I'm thinking that maybe not just one person gets it, maybe two.
But either way, you'll see some good deadlifts out of those guys. Curious to see what the rest of the field does.
And the rest of the guys take their points through to the other events. Austin Andrade, competing with venom, fire and aggression. Well, he actually locked out 470 kilos. Momentarily, the next thing you know... He is literally wearing the weight on his thighs. And then fell over with it backwards, which is quite dramatic, but it was fine. But he locked it out. Obviously, you can't just lock it out and fall over with it. That's not in the rules, but at least he's proved he's got that power.
The deadlift rules, they are different in strongman to powerlifting. The athletes are allowed to use suits, are allowed to use wrist straps, can use figure 8s, or they can use figure 6 straps. I'm expected to have those straps tight enough on my hands that my fingers still go around the bar.
Sumo, have your hands inside your legs. World Deadlift Champs, it's conventional only. It's the hard way, or nothing.
The deadlift specialists are separating themselves in terms of the way that their lifts look.
Rauno looks as strong as hell. This sort of weight is such a minority of people on this planet could even get to be able to do that, even with that amount of training. Probably one of the most impressive things for me was actually
Trey Mitchell suffered an injury that, for most people, that's a game ender.
And I went to tell him it was your go, Trey, and he was so wound up he didn't even speak. He wasn't angry, he just put himself on another planet.
He had tears running down his face. He was so intense.
But his 470, it was just so ballsy, like it was ground it out.
And his deadlift was raw, no suit. 470. That's got to be some sort of record on its own.
He told me he was working out some demons.
The other people that did it, I sort of expected to, or thought they could.
It's hard to put into words what Trey Mitchell did tonight.
I thought Trey's deadlift was like 420.
Yeah, well, I just gave myself goosebumps.
But what a place to do it. Can you imagine? Las Vegas, Giants Live, opportunity knocks.
I'm just being told, ladies and gentlemen, that our next lifter will be Mitchell the Moose Hooper. I don't know where you came from and what planet you're from, Mitchell Hooper, but we bloody love you.
Before the show, I talked to Mitchell Hooper, and he told me that he's not going to bother chasing the big deadlifters.
And he pulls 470 with ease. He pulls it with disrespect.
Suddenly out of nowhere, he chose to go for it.
Mitchell Hooper trying 505.
I think he said the most he'd pulled was 420 in his suit leading up to this.
The whole contest is crazy. We've got 4 people that pulled 470 kilos.
I think it's a big weight, big jump. It's freaking awesome that he feels good enough to do it.
The reason Mitch is going for this is because we believe in the future he can get the record, and I think it'll be important for him to get a feel of this kind of weight. So we're trying to make sure you maintain positioning off the floor, because with this kind of weight you can't be hitching.
Eating a secret pastry that his nutritionist hooked him up with. Might be the secret to big deadlifts, you know?
The chance of him pulling it is slim, 5 to 10%. But he wants to, he's here, we'll go for it.
I thought he gets it. Donut power.
Who's right Hooper off? Not me.
Go, come on.
It's crazy, isn't it? 505 and you're lifting it off ground. Fingers crossed, eh?
Are we more confident? I'll say, yeah, it's going up.
We want to see it, but I'm not sure, but I'd love to see it.
505 kilograms and starts the pull. And Makarov of Georgia starts the pull. You are the man! He starts the pull. Whoa, not tonight.
But now he's felt that weight.
And out of all the guys that went for the 505, I think he got the closest.
Do you know what? I thought that was gone. I thought that was gone. That was the... absolutely. I was all ready to applaud, mate, but shows you how difficult it is.
He is like, I could pull that.
So that barbell needs to watch out, because I am going to come out there and I'm going to rip it off the floor and I am smashing that record out of the park. It is just, there is no question about it. It's happening and it should be scared.
When she pulled her 310, I thought, ooh, okay, maybe that's not quite as easy as I thought it was going to be, I'll be honest. She's not going to get 325.
When you really need a man to do a job, there's only one person you call, and her name is Lucy Underdown.
Taking the world record from 318 to 325 if she can hit this. Yes! It's a new world record for Lucy Underdown, ladies and
Lucy
gentlemen.
Underdown performed. She showed up and she did what she came here to do.
You're the toughest woman I know. You do it with such ease and grace.
The delight on her face when she broke her own world record today.
It's bonkers.
Lucy Underdown is great.
Admired by the whole strength community, you know, strong men, strong women alike, and you saw that from the crowd tonight.
You brought the house down. You were the star of tonight.
She'll probably want that World's Strongest Woman title off Rebecca. She's definitely one of the people that can challenge Rebecca.
And on Tuesday you'll be back chasing bad guys as a policewoman in London. Our 3 deadlift guests are disappointed. Graham Hicks, has started puking up a bit backstage. He wouldn't want me to be giving him excuses, but it's just true. People have to know that. Graham was not right today. Mr. Makarov, next year, Mr. Place. Round and give it a good go, he looked great at 470.
The cold, hard truth, 505 kilos. It's very hard to touch.
But I believe the deadlift strength is headed in the right direction.
Let's call it just what it was, which was a great deadlift contest.
After that first event's done, boom, job done, and then it's into the next event.
So the rest of the competition.
It's time to do 502.5.
All right. You see, mate? Carry on, right? All right.
Yeah, this is the soberest I've ever filmed in Vegas.
Richard, come here and show this place. See how Richard did it then.
Oh, he did a hip thrust with Eric might know what he's doing then.
So he's the only one that can do it.
I've put 4 kilos up in here, so I need to stop.
You know, and the last time
To get him in the car.
He's been in my car before.
No, in the Beetle.
All right.
You also do this in a bikini at weekends, right? A thong. It's a bright red one to match the car. Yeah, mankini. That'd be great.
Hey.
It works every time, but it's just very temperamental.
60% of the time it works every time.
Yeah.
You know, 99 times out of 100, Tom wins the Atlas Stones every time. Yeah, I know. I kind of
Doesn't usually use tacky. He lifts. I was going to say naked then, but that's not the right. What do you say? He lifts raw dog. Yeah. No, is that what you say?
That's a raw dog.
Just be sure
I can only move things, I don't fix things.
So I'm going to go Mitchell Hooper.
Hey, you fixed it. No problem. I'll send you the invoice.
Having a good day.
Yeah, it's just a long body, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tom. Oh, that rag.
Slamming the ball. Slamming the ball. No. Forgot his name again.
I'm actually feeling very good. I am Phil.
Austin. Oh no, maybe not Austin, maybe Trey. Oh maybe Bibi, I don't know.
No, Evan.
No, I'm not putting Evan in because the last 2 times we have done it, we have done the sweepstake. I have had 3 out of the 4 people in my sweepstake and Evan has let me down twice. So you're binned off, Evan. But I hope you still do well.
We can zip time as well. So I put a zip tie in.
But that took like 10 seconds to do.
Yeah, zip ties.
Right. I think what she's trying to say is Aaron's better than you, mate.
So
do you think we could get him to come to England?
No, we
to do
zip
your
tie him
job?
anyhow. So that bit's tight, it's really tight, and then I take it so it doesn't do that. Flappy.
I was just pointing it out. I thought it was.
Flappy.
Can't take criticism. Constructive criticism.
And slate.
It's red.
And slate.
My fit than this. My drip game, which is not a term I would ever use, by the way.
Highlight of the night. I'd say Trey. Sorry. All right, okay, I'll come find you. Okay, thanks. Bye bye. Oh, I might have to be really quick. Okay, do I have to go? Can I go? Sorry.